Hello and welcome back to Crystal Wellness Studios. Today is January 17th and we are starting with our barrels in the 6090 Coarse Silicone Carbide Grit. Say that 3 times fast. As we went through the barrels, we only found one chip, just this little tiny one here. There's a focus. And so that's pretty good. All the ceramic media is still in super good shape. And after 2 weeks in Coarse and sugar, we have 2 things to notice. One, I think all of this is still going to need 1 more week. As you can see, it's still pretty rough and needs a little bit more shaping. The second thing we noticed is the slurry is really thin. And it's not because we added too much water. It's, I don't know. I don't know what causes it to be that thin. All the grit was used up. When we rinsed it, there was no granulars left. And I think that adding the sugar to the barrels is just a waste of time. I had read that it would thicken the slurry, and it did not. At all. It was really pretty thin and runny. None of our barrels, all of them had sugar added this past week, and we had put 1 tablespoon per barrel pound. So if it was a 1.5 barrel, 1.5 pound barrel, we put in 1.5 tablespoons. A 6 pound barrel got 6 tablespoons. So yeah, it's pretty deep in there. Ooh. A little pocket. And yeah, it didn't help any of them. They were all pretty darn thin. And the whole purpose of a thick slurry is so that the grit gets everywhere it needs to go, and it grinds against instead of just washing over. So we needed a more grinding action. And I think that this really pretty Moonstone, which is all peaches and tans, there's a couple darker ones in here. While the surface is feeling smooth, it needs a lot more shaping. So it's going to spend another week in 6090. So that's our Moonstone for this week, and we will move to our next barrel. Be right back. And we're back with our purple Aventurine. We had such good luck with our peach Aventurine. We're running a couple more this batch around. Look at that. It has a lot of that mica flash in it. A lot of sparkle. It's coming along really nicely. It's been 2 weeks in the 6090 grit. And it's shaping really nicely. The surfaces are looking good. Still going to need 1 more week. We did lose some mass, but not a whole lot. And again, like mentioned earlier, the sugar is not doing any good whatsoever to thicken the slurries. So we're going to stop doing that. And it needs a little bit more work. Not a whole lot. It's getting really close. Got some deep purples to light lilacs in here. Some really nice color variation. Yeah, I mean, these are really smoothing quickly. I mean, for 2 weeks. It's doing really well. Let's see here. Purple Aventurine. It's really pretty. Look at all that sparkle reflection in there. Even the dry bits sparkle. And these are still a little damp from the rinse, but yeah, I think 1 more week in 6090 and it'll be ready to move forward. Yeah, this purple's really nice. moving a lot faster than the peach. I thought the peach would never finish. But boy, did we get a great end product with that peach. This is almost a cream. It's really light. There's a nice dark one. Yeah, they're just not quite ready for 120. They're real close. Alright, purple Aventurine. Moving along nicely. Alright, we'll be right back. And we're back with our last barrel that's in 6090 this week, and this is our Smokey Quartz. We had managed to add a couple pieces of our amethyst that we had previously put in the garden, and we had broken off the really bad piece and then put this back in here to see if we could save it. And this piece is ready for 120. This one could use a tiny bit more shaping, a little more smoothing before it goes to 120. And we had a couple pieces of healer quartz, of a golden quartz that had a couple of bad ends on it. Really like damaged corner. So we had fixed that with our flat lap actually, and then threw it back in here for smoothing, and it's now ready to go to 120. Oops. Putting our 120 over here. This piece looks like it could go to 120 as well. Yeah, it's just moving along wonderfully. I had a couple pieces of clear that we were repairing that looks, you know, really frosted right now because of the 6090 grit marred the surface. But as it moves through the higher level grits, it'll smooth out back to clear. I think this one can go. So the Smokey Quartz, we've got some really dark, almost opaque smoky in here, which is really kind of cool. You know, right to our, whoops, to the lighter Smokey Quartz that we're used to seeing. We've got every shade in between in this batch. So we're going to go through it really carefully and see what's ready to move forward and what has to do one more week in 6090. I think that can go forward. Yeah. And you see there's still some surface imperfection there. I really don't think the 120 is going to fix. These are really moving along quite nicely. I don't think I rinsed them well enough. They have a little bit of a grit feel to them. Normally it doesn't. There's a piece of damage. I didn't find any chips or broken ceramic media when I went through that. Really pretty stuff. And it's just, you know, when you're tumbling, I mean, it's up to you what your level of perfection is that you want. You know, it's up to you and your intuition when you think it's ready to move forward to the next stage. And I just think this one's going to stay behind. That's going to stay behind. You can almost see my fingers through that. See that pattern? That kind of sandy feel? That shouldn't be there. That should not be there at all. I think it's definitely going to need another week. We want to just smooth that surface out more. It's harder to see on a dry piece. But if you look real careful, you can see it. Yeah, I think these could go one more week, and very few are going to move forward to 120. Every piece has that weird sandy, granular feel. I mean, it's not coming off, so it's not grit. It's just a bumpy surface. And quartz, like, rarely ever has a bumpy surface. How long has this been running? 3 weeks already? Yeah, I think I could probably do a 4th week in 60-90. I mean, it's rounded. All the sharp edges are off. Just not happy with that surface. Okay. Smokey Quartz. It's going back in the barrel for 60-90. See you next week, Smokey Quartz. And we're back with our barrels in 120, 220 silicone carbide medium grit. We have, I don't know, 3 or 4 barrels in this week. And we're starting with our blue Aventurine. This is that piece that we had purchased from a local crystal shop, and they said that this was sodalite. And after further research, it's not sodalite, it is blue Aventurine. It's a nice big huge palm stone, and it needed some repairs, and so we got the Dremel out, got the flat lap out, did some repairs on it, and then threw it back in with the 120, and it's looking perfect to move forward. We're really happy with that. These dark spots are inclusions. They're not damage. It's just part of the natural minerals around the stone as it formed. And this is the tumbling rough. Again, you're seeing it in there as well. So this is really coming along very nicely. It's pretty smooth. I'm not seeing any issues so far. Of course, we've only looked at a couple pieces. Let's see if we can get some flash going here. Get some more light. It's really dark blue. Let's see if we can focus up closer. Yeah. A little bit of the sparkle you see in there is mica. Just tiny, tiny little bit. Or I could be wrong. Still a little wet from the wash cycle. Shouldn't call it a wash cycle, it was really just a rinse. So these little tumbles, they're coming out quite nice. Some interesting host rock inclusion there. It's really pretty. I'm liking this blue Aventurine. I'm just so surprised with how there's so many different varieties of Aventurine, and they all seems like they have different characteristics. like the mottled pattern with this one, the really sparkly with the purple Aventurine, and the almost translucent with the peach. Although it had patterns in it too. This is looking really good. This has been 1 week in that medium grit. That is perfectly smooth. That is just under the surface. So your nail doesn't catch. Really pretty. Blue Aventurine. It's almost green. That little line that's running through it. Really nice. I think this is going to be ready to move forward to 500 pre-polish. Yeah, great. We have a barrel moving forward. Everything that was in our 6090 course is staying for another week, and this 120 is moving forward to 500. And the 500 is a different grit. It's aluminum oxide, where the coarse and the medium are silicone carbide. So it's kind of interesting, all these different grits that we use. And the 500 is a pre-polish. Maybe a couple more stages after that. Yeah, these are definitely ready. Okay, we are good to go with our blue Aventurine. Alrighty, we'll see you with the next barrel. And we're back with our brown Aragonite. And it is looking lovely. It's been 1 week in our medium grit of 120. We only had one piece of broken ceramic media, so that was good. This has a little bit of a rough feel to it still. It's really looking nice. Hang on, let's get a closer zoom on these this week. Alright, now this is damp from being rinsed off, and you can kind of see all that surface texture in the shine there, in the glare. It's the texture of the stone. Or is it the grit? I don't know. You don't see it at all when it's dry. These are looking really nice. And again, the sugar did nothing to thicken the slurry, so there's no point adding it. Wow, these are feeling really, really nice. I mean, you know, other than that weird texture. Not every stone is smooth. Yeah, I think 1 week was enough. I think this is ready to move to 500. What do you know? We have 2 that are ready to move to 500 so far. This is a really interesting stone. Yeah, there's no chippage. I'm not seeing any damage. So we're just going to kind of zip through these here. These are ready to move forward. Our brown Aragonite. Pretty darn happy with this stuff. I mean, it's not giving us any trouble. I hope that the other colors of Aragonite will run just as smoothly. Perfect. All right. I'm very, very, very happy. All this lovely, beautiful Aragonite is going to get a wash cycle, and it's going to move to 500. Fantastic. All right. We'll be right back with our next barrel. And we're back with our coffee and green colored Volcano stone. And it's looking interesting. It's been 1 week in medium. And let's see what we've got here. A lot of tiny little stones. The green is just seems to be pulverizing. I mean, look at how tiny they're getting compared to the reds and, you know, the coffee colored. And they've all been in the same barrel. So it's interesting to see how small it's getting. Just wearing away, you know, comparatively speaking. So these are looking great. They're feeling good. They're looking good. God, these are just pebbles. These little, the really super tiny ones like this are going to go into the Zen garden. I mean, those are so tiny. They're just little rocks. There's no point in continuing on with those because they're so small. These are okay. These could be used on a grid, so that's a good size for that. Yeah. Oops, we just dropped one. These are all looking good. No chipping, no damage. That's a druzy pocket that opened up. I don't want that to move forward until that's been smoothed out. So these are all looking really good. They're all little tiny stones, but these are all good to move forward. I'm gonna give those a rinse cycle and put them in 500. Now these reds are ready for 500. They're just as good, and they really held their shape. Interesting on that. It's interesting how there's green inside there. Lots of green on this one. Must have grown together, same area. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, these are feeling good. These are feeling good. They're looking good. I'm not seeing any damage. Now that both batches are all caught up together, so the quartz. I think it's ready for a wash cycle and to move to 500. Lots of things moving forward. Well, this whole batch is moving forward. Alright, pretty cool. Super duper. We'll move to our next barrel in just a moment. And we're back with our blue lace agate, which is our last medium grit barrel for this week. I wanted you to see what the ceramic media is getting pulverized into here. The larger pieces seem to be seem to be holding up, but the smaller size media is just breaking down badly. And these little sharp edges on here can cause damage. So we're going to get rid of all of that so it doesn't move forward into, anymore. I mean, they were fine last week. They got damaged during the cycle. Now this fantastically gorgeous blue lace agate has spent 1 week in medium. Let's hit it on the... Wow. It is just so beautiful. Look at that. I think this is actually ready for 500. Anything that has to stay in medium is going to go back in the barrel. Anything 500 is going to go in the little plastic colander so we can keep it separate. This these little pits here that we're seeing are remnants from the host rock. Now we had taken the flat lap and cleaned all of that up, to an acceptable level here, so we can not lose a lot of our beautiful stone. That actually, let's see, catches. I could either take that back to the flat lap and try and work that out, or we could just leave it. Wow, it's so pretty. They're huge pieces. They've really retained their mass. I don't know if another week in medium would help that or not. Set that aside. Again, these are the host rock, and then this is broken media. Perfectly smooth. None of that catches. It's just insane how this grows. All this beautiful banding, layer after layer, after millennia after millennia. And now we get to play with it. I can move forward. Yeah, I'm not happy about this. I think that's going to require a little more work. I don't know if that should go back to 60-90. I don't know. It might need to go back to 60-90. I'm going to set that aside. This one's looking good. They all seem to have that little piece. But this blue lace, I mean, it's looking really, really nice. So when we go through and we get rid of all the ceramic media that's damaged and we put it through a wash cycle, move it to 500. But I think some of it, I don't know, this feels so good. Again, that's just the host rock, and I didn't want to keep grinding and keep losing mass. It's really, really pretty. It is just stunning, just stunningly beautiful. These pieces are huge and they're heavy. Wow, look at that. We don't want to rush it, because we're excited to get it to polish. That's going to use a little bit more. don't want to rush it. Yeah, might just keep all of it back in 120. It's not going to hurt it. I don't believe. And it just seems like it could just use a little bit more tweaking. And if I rush it to 500... No. I think I'm going to take those pieces I set aside and put them back in with these for the 120. Blue lace agate is getting really expensive on the market because it's almost mined out. It's That's really cool. It's a natural fracture line. It's embedded in there. Wow. I am going to give these an extra week in 120. They're big, they're beautiful. I think they can withstand it. Look at that piece of quartz attached there. It's almost like you want to chisel it off. But I'm not gonna. It's a thin piece. It's really beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, we are going to go through all the ceramic media and we are going to find all these chipped broken pieces and then we're going to pull them out and throw them out. And we're going to run this. We're going to recharge the barrel and let it run for one more week. And then we'll see our blue lace agate next week. Wow. These are just amazing stones. I'm so happy we were able to get this, and it's really good quality rough. It's like clouds. This is just stunning. I know we say that about a lot of the stones, but holy cow, this blue lace agate is really special. Really special. Okay, I will go through all, look at that. I'll go through all this media and then we will recharge the barrel and we will see it next week. Okay, blue lace agate, absolutely stunning. All right, be right back. And we're back with our Chrysoprase, which is in our 1000 aluminum oxide pre-polish. The only barrel we have in a pre-polish this week. We had nothing in 500 and we had this one in 1000. And let's take a look. Let's take a look. Has an interesting texture. Some of it's like super smooth. Like this one is really smooth, and then this one has that granular feel. It's really interesting. Oh, this Chrysoprase is looking so nice. Okay, let's see if we can get a zoom on this. And it's wet. Needs to dry a little bit. You can see it's really well cushioned with all that ceramic media. Interesting patterns. It's a nice green. Chrysoprase. Really pretty. Yeah, let's see if we can try that. That's dry. And it's got a really nice beginning of a shine. Chrysoprase, very nice. I think, I don't know. I mean, I could put it in polish. I might want to keep it in 1000 one more week. I think we can really refine the surface a little more. Have some more consistency if just zipping right through here. Feels really nice. This one has some rough surfacing to it. Nothing that's going to hold grit or anything like that, or cause, but no. I mean, 1000 isn't going to shape anything. It's just, you know, refining the surface. I really want it to go one more week. I want it to go one more week in 1000 before we move it to polish. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is nothing. You know, that it doesn't refine it anymore. And it's not going to cause it to lose mass. I think we're going to give it another week. Yeah. One more week. Oh, there's our one that we liked. That was the alligator skin on the back. And that's just what I'm calling it. It's the host rock. And there's the Chrysoprase inside it. Pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Ceramic media looks gorgeous. No chipping. Yeah, it looks really good. So we're good there. Okay, Chrysoprase. Pretty quick video this week for our segment for this one. I definitely want it to go one more week in the 1000 aluminum oxide grit. Because it's like about half and half. Half of them feel kind of like there's something on the surface, and half of them feel really smooth. So we want them all to feel smooth. Okay, that's it for Chrysoprase this week, and we will be back. We have 2 barrels in polish, and we'll be back with those. All right, just a moment. Okay, we are back with our Spiritite, and it's in our AO polish. It's been in here for 1 week, and we pulled a piece out, and we're kind of trying to rinse it off some here. Let's dry it and see what kind of a polish we're getting. Oh my goodness. Look at that Spiritite. Let's get a close up. Look at the shine on that beauty. Wow. Look at that. Super cool. Let's pull out some more. Kind of hard to get a hold of. Just give it a quick dry here. I know I still have all the slurry still on my fingers. Wow. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We're gonna ooh and ah over our Spiritite, I'm afraid. Look at that. It's also called a shaman stone. This is mined out of Mexico. MOHS hardness 7. But we still do not know what kind of a stone it is. Like, is it a Jasper or is it something else? Wow. Ooh, super slippery. Super cool. Let's get some more. Trying to find a really big piece. Oh, here we go. It's really slippery. Okay, we've got too much stuff too close to us here. Now, obviously, these are going to need a burnish cycle. And, you know, they're going to need to be washed, burnished. Oh, look at the shine on this stone. I'm going to see if I can get my hands on some more of this rough. It is amazing, and I really want to work with it again. Oh, it is so pretty, and there's so much to look at. Wow. I'm calling Spiritite a success. Absolutely. We gotta dig through that whole barrel and find all of our little lovelies in it. Oh my gosh. Really cool. Wow, Spiritite. I wish I knew more about you. So with this lovely stuff here, it's going to open up a barrel because we've got nothing going into polish this week. So yeah, cool. We'll be able to run some new stuff. That's really exciting. We got to figure out what we want to run. Yeah. All right, we've got one more barrel and polish, and it's our mixed Jaspers and Botswana agate that we've been running since August. And it is January 17th. And we finally have some of it ready for to go through. Yeah. So we're going to dig through that as well. That is going to be a little bit of a longer segment because there's so many different varieties in it. This is on super close up. I can't wait till we burnish these and then we can get final pictures. Look at this. What a high gloss polish. And it's even still with slurry in it. It's amazing. Boy, the Spiritite is just gorgeous. Oh, I really love it. I love it. I love it. I do. Boy, it's amazing. And the lighting does not do it justice. It's all slurry in there. Okay, we'll be right back with our mixed Jaspers. And we're back with our last barrel for this week. It is mixed Jaspers and Botswana agate. And it's in polish for 1 week. So we are going to just drop a few pieces in here. Trying to grab some of the bigger ones. Because they are really full of polish. I have no idea what I'm pulling out here. Oh, there's that big red one. This polish just doesn't want to come off. I should have a second barrel here. A thing of water. Okay, we take our paper towel. And this is our red Jasper that we had purchased as a palm stone and did repairs on. And it's got a really nice shine to it now. Really nice polish, and all the blemishes that was in the stone are gone. It's kind of a pale pink. When we bought it, it was a deeper red. But I think we had just gotten down to a different layer. Oh my goodness, it's really pretty. Okay. And it's huge. Retained a lot of its mass. Pretty happy with this stone. Kind of surprised because, I mean, you see this deep red there? The whole stone was that color. I'm surprised that it's this pinky color. Maybe it's just the burnish. If once we burnish it, might darken up some. Okay. This is a piece of the Polychrome Jasper. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous shine. Really pretty. Woo! Look at that. To be honest, I think this could take another week. Here's a piece of the yellow Jasper. Really nice high shine. This is a piece of that chocolate zebra Jasper. Wow. That's really absolutely stunning. Let's see that really high gloss polish. Okay, that was it for pre-pulls. Let's see what else we got. We have, oh, here's a piece of the agate. Woo! Look at that. Wow. That's a lovely piece of agate. Very happy. Let's see what else is sticking up out here. I think that's just a brown polychrome. Here's a piece of Kambaba, a little piece. Not really getting the color. There we go. Oh, pretty. These are big polychromes. Trying to get a little bit of everything we had in there. Wow, these are just these great big polychromes. To be fair, they were the biggest pieces in here. Oh, I think this is a piece of the Serape Jasper. Yes, it is. It is a piece of the Serape Jasper. Boy, once these things are burnished, they're going to be amazing. Oh, it's Polychrome. I'm trying to get us a good variety. Here's a piece of Carnelian. Look at that. Oh, these are completely dry. Wow. Really pretty. What else did we have in there? I want that one real big piece of Serape that I've been oohing and eyeing over the whole time. It'll be on the very bottom, you watch. Ooh, and there's that really lovely piece of agate. Wow, that's really lovely. Hang on, I know that piece is in here somewhere. This is me being stubborn. I mean, I could go off camera and find it, but look at all those lovelies. It's another really pretty piece of agate that we were watching. Remember how we were saying how pretty it was turning out on that side? And then we turned it over and it was like, wow. Well, it still needs to be, I need a dry piece of paper towel. The other one was too wet. Now once these are burnished, we get all the residue of the polish slurry off. These are going to be just fantastic. Absolutely lovely. I'm still holding out for my favorite piece. I know it's in here. Oh, for crying out loud, where did it go? Oh, remember our rainbow Polychrome? See how pretty that turned out? Really pretty. Paper towel on it. It's probably on the very bottom. There it is. My little shoe. It's very interesting how the color's changing. It's almost like half of it's dull and half of it's red. Wonder once it's burnished if it's going to continue to look like that. It's really amazing shine. Really, really happy with it. It just... But we have a lot to get through here. A lot to clean. And we'll get final photos put in here shortly. There's a big piece of Kambaba. Yeah, we got to get these burnished. The shine's not quite there because of the... Still covered in slurry. Polychromes. Whoop. There's a big piece of Carnelian there. With all the pretty little dots on it. Little orbs. Very excited. I'm going to call this a success. I'm just curious if we left them in one more week, what would happen? Not really sure. If I should send them through a burnish or send them through one more week of polish. That's a very interesting thought. I mean, the polish is pretty high. What would a second week in polish get us? Because, I mean, really. Can we get better than that? I don't think so. I think it just needs a burnish. Okay, I think that's going to do it for this week. Gonna get all these cleaned off and burnished, and then we'll get some final pictures. And we'll add those along. Oh my gosh, these are just amazing. There's a lot in this barrel. A lot in this barrel. Look at the pattern in that yellow Jasper. Let's see if we can get a zoom on that. Whew. Very pretty. That's one of the yellow Jaspers. Again, these haven't been rinsed off all that well. Let's see what else we can find in here. Oops. Isn't that a pretty piece of chocolate Jasper? Zebra, chocolate, pick a name. It's a thinner piece. Really pretty. And this great big Polychrome. Alright, I need a drier piece of paper towel. Hang on. And here's another big piece of Polychrome. Or desert jasper. Really pretty. Our mixed barrel. Lots of little lovelies in it. Lots of pretty colors, lots of pretty designs. Boy, that Serape turned out amazing. These lovely agates. Carnelian pieces. Oh, polychromes, the yellow, the zebras. Oh, really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, I'm going to get these rinsed off, and we'll see you next week. Be safe, be happy, be well. Hi guys, we're back. I just wanted to give you a tiny little update on our mixed Jasper barrel. We did end up putting it in polish for one more week because we found this when we were cleaning them, and this is a broken piece, and this came off of it. So this kind of damaged the surface on some of the stones a little bit. They weren't quite as shiny as I had anticipated, although they looked pretty good. I'm just decided we're going to run it one more week in polish and see if that makes a difference. And this poor little baby is going to go back. I mean, this chip will go in the chip bag, and this will go back for a 60-90 run the next time we do Jaspers. Poor little guy got broken. So even in polish, it can happen. So we need to, you always need to be careful. And if something's not looking right, there's usually a reason. And we found it. So, okay. So we'll actually see those stones again next week. And hopefully there'll be some improvement. Okay, see ya. Bye.